Hello students, welcome to the business studies class. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter number 2, that is forms of business organizations. In this we are going to study what are the forms of business organizations. It's a very important chapter. So every business entity means every business enterprise adopts some form of business organization to carry out business activities. जितनी भी business enterprises हैं, they always adopt some or the other form of business organization to carry out the business activity. कौन से टाइप की बिजनेस एंटरप्राइज वो खोलना चाहते हैं, देन दे कैन कैरी आउट द बिजनेस, right? So broadly, students, our economy is divided into three categories, three sectors: private sector, public sector, and joint sector, right? So what is a private sector enterprises? What is a private sector enterprise? The business enterprise, private sector enterprises are those which are owned, controlled, and managed by the private individuals, right? So those who are managed, controlled, and owned by private individuals are known as प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस. अब आप प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस में आप बहुत सारे नेम्स आप सुनते हो, लाइक टाटा कंपनी, बिरला, विप्रो, रिलायंस. दीज आर ऑल प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस. Now coming to public sector enterprises. Public sector enterprises are owned, controlled, and managed by the government, central or state government. These are known as public sector. Public sector are which enterprises? They are owned, controlled, managed by central or the state government, right? जैसे आपके BHEL है, in Haridwar it is BHEL. Similarly, SAIL, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. Then GAIL, GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited. Then LIC. These are all examples of public sector enterprises. Then coming to joint sector enterprises. Joint sector enterprises are those जो as the name suggests, they are jointly controlled, owned, and managed by private sector entrepreneurs and the government, both. Here the ownership, the management, and the control is in the hand of private sector also and the government also. So in these enterprises, the day-to-day management lies in the hands of private entrepreneurs, whereas the government control and supervised by its members in the board of directors. तो इन enterprises में day to day जो activities हैं, they are managed by the private entrepreneurs, private sector entrepreneurs, जबकि whereas the control and the supervision is done by the people selected or appointed by the government as the board of directors in these type of enterprises. So in this chapter we are going to learn the forms of private sector enterprises. हम यहाँ इस चैप्टर में ये प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस के डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स को पढ़ने वाले हैं, ठीक है? अब प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस के डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स क्या क्या होते हैं? प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस के फॉर्म्स में आता है बेटा सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप, देन पार्टनरशिप, then joint Hindu family business, then cooperative society, and a company. These are all the forms of private sector enterprises, right? So there are basically 5 types of private sector enterprises: sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, partnership, cooperative society, and a company. Right now, today we are going to study about the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship क्या है? What is sole proprietorship? It is the business owned, managed and controlled by single individual. As the name suggests, sole. Sole means single. Single owner. Sole proprietorship is single owner. It is owned, managed and controlled by single individual is known as a sole proprietorship organizations. Okay. So what are the features of sole proprietorship? First is single ownership. As the name suggests, sole proprietorship firm is owned, controlled and managed by a single person. All the capital is supplied by single person. एक ही person है जो capital लगाता है, वो ही अगर उसको borrow करना है तो वो ही borrow भी करेगा, वो ही capital लगाएगा and वो ही manage करेगा, control करेगा business को. ठीक है, so single ownership is there. Then formation and closure of sole proprietorship. See, formation and closure of a sole proprietorship organization is very simple, as there are no legal formalities required in a sole proprietorship business. So there is no separate law governing this form of business. So closing and start of the sole proprietorship business is very easy, as there are no formalities required, no legal formalities required. So only in some cases a license might be required, but otherwise forming and closing of sole proprietor business is very simple. Then unlimited liability. What is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means अगर आपने कोई बिजनेस में लोन लिए हैं, ठीक है, कोई डेट्स हैं आपके बिजनेस पर और आप उनको पे नहीं कर पाते, इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू पे इट, देन योर पर्सनल एसेट्स will also be used to repay those loans, right? So that means unlimited liability hai. Unlimited, why it is said? Because your personal property of the proprietor will also be used, will also be sold to meet the liabilities, to pay off the liabilities. So in sole proprietorship firm, the proprietor is personally liable for all the debts of the business. Whatever debts are there in the business, अगर business में loss हो जाता है तो whole sole responsible कौन है? The sole proprietor only. And in case of business losses, if the business assets are not sufficient to meet all the business liabilities, then the proprietor may have to sell his personal property to pay off these liabilities. So that is why his liability is unlimited. Then coming to the next point, next is individual risk bearing and profit recipient. Here the risk bearing person is the sole proprietor only, and profit recipient is also the sole beneficiary is the proprietor only. यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा रिस्क कौन उठा रहा है? द सोल प्रोप्राइटर. और सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट किसको होगा? सोल प्रोप्राइटर को. He is taking the risk. He will also only the person who will be benefited or who will be rewarded with the profit. So if there are losses also, he alone has to bear the risk, and he will also be the lone person who will bear all the losses. Then coming to the next point is one man control. There is always, so the sole proprietor or is the sole owner of the firm, and he has the full control over it. He has the full control over the organization, and management lies in the hands of one person only. So he is the only person who is going to take all the important decisions for the organization. So one man control is there. Sole proprietorship is controlled and managed by one person only. So the advantages can be he will be able to take quick decisions, as he doesn't have to consult anyone. He is the only person who is controlling, who is taking the important decisions of the organization. So next point is no separate legal entity. There is no separate legal entity of a sole proprietor and his firm in the eyes of law. In the eyes of law, law says there is no difference between the owner and the enterprise. So sole proprietorship business की entity जो identity है, that is not different from its firm. Sole proprietorship और उसकी firm means the same person, one person in the eyes of law. So it has no legal identity separate from that of its owner. Law makes no difference between the owner and the enterprise. So business and the owner exist together. So if your business is doing any illegal business, then you will be punished for the illegal acts of your business. In the sole proprietorship, because in the sole proprietorship, in the eyes of law, there is no difference between the sole proprietor and his business. Then coming to the next point, next is lack of business continuity. There is lack of business continuity. Why? Because if there is only one person who is managing this business, so if he dies or become insolvent or becomes incapable of handling the business will come to an end. The business will be directly affected and it will come to an end. So life of the business depends upon the life of the sole proprietorship. Then small size. These sole proprietors are generally, these sole proprietor firms are very small scale businesses, like you find in your locality, your sole trade, the retail shops, they are all sole proprietors, sole proprietorship business. So as all funds are arranged by one person here, so that is why the total management and the control lies in the hand of one person. So the size of the business is always very small, because all the funds are provided by one person only. So therefore the scale of operation is generally limited. So now coming to the merits of the sole proprietorship firm. The merits are quick decision making. Why quick decision making? Because it is one man control. I told you, no, it is one man control. All the decisions are taken by the one person himself. So if an opportunity is there in his way, he will be able to grasp that opportunity very fast, very soon. He doesn't have to consult anyone or waste time for anybody's approval. He is the only person who has to take the decision. So he can take the decision and he can take quick decisions and take immediate actions over his decisions. So and there is also flexibility in the operations. There are no delays and business can quickly adapt itself to the changing environment. So next point is confidentiality. Only one person is managing and controlling the business, so that is why he is able to keep the secrets of his firms to himself only. There is no leakage of information to anyone. He is able to keep the secrets with himself. He doesn't have to share with anyone. There is no legal compulsion on him to share his confidential information with anyone. He can keep all his confidential information with himself. Then direct incentive. So one person is managing the business and controlling the business. He is the only one who is taking the risk. So who will be directly benefited from this? The sole proprietor only. So he gets the direct incentive. If his firm is doing good, if he is making some extra efforts, वो कुछ extra काम करता है, extra मेहनत करता है, तो उसे जो एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉफिट होगा वो उसी को मिलेगा, उसको किसी के साथ शेयर करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. He's not sharing with anyone. If he is putting in some extra efforts, or if he is putting in some extra capital into the business, he is trying to grow his business more, he doesn't have to share the benefits of his effort with anyone. He is will be the person who is going to share, who is going to he will be the person who is going to get the direct incentive, direct profit from his business. So this serves as the great source of motivation for him. Then sense of accomplishment. See, I told you this, if he is getting the direct incentive, then it is a great source of motivation from him. If he does something good, if he establishes his business well, then a sense of accomplishment comes under you, that yes, this is established by me. So there is a personal satisfaction involved in working for oneself. The success in business and not only contributes to self satisfaction, but also instills in the individual a sense of self confidence, self accomplishment and confidence. Next is ease to form and dissolve. So sole proprietorship is very easy to form, as there are no legal formalities required, and they are very easy to dissolve also. If you want to dissolve your proprietorship firm, it is very easy to end the business. There are no legal formalities required by the government. So a sole proprietorship organization is easy to form. No legal formalities are involved in setting up this type of organization. It is not governed by any specific law. कोई specific law नहीं है sole proprietorship businesses के लिए. So the sole proprietor can close the business whenever he declares without any legal formality, and it can be closed by paying back its debts. जैसे ही वो अपने उधार या debts चुका देता है, he can close his business whenever he wants to. So these are the benefits, 5 benefits of sole proprietorship business. Now coming to the demerits. What are the demerits of the sole proprietorship business? The demerits are limited resources. There are always limited resources in a sole proprietorship business. If he wants to grow his business, he has to borrow funds from outside, and there's always a limit to it. आपको ऐसा तो नहीं कि एक पर्सन को बहुत ज़्यादा बैंक लोन दे देगा आपको सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप बिजनेस पर, नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होगा, बिकॉज द स्केल ऑफ बिजनेस इज़ वेरी स्मॉल. तो रिसोर्सेज स्मॉल है यहाँ पर, बिकॉज वन पर्सन इज only there, and he is only funding the business, he is only bringing the capital to the business, he will be borrowing funds from outside, from the banks. So there is a limit to the credit raising capacity of a single person. उसकी भी एक अपनी credit raising capacity की एक limit होगी, so that he won't be able to increase his funds a lot. So there is a limit to the credit raising capacity of a single person. This reduces the scope of business growth. He can grow his business to some extent. The funds are not sufficient for medium scale or large scale business. He cannot open a large scale business because lot of funds are required, which is impossible for a single person to provide. Then limited life of a business. See, I told you that life of the sole proprietorship depends upon the life of the sole proprietor. The life of the business depends upon the life of the sole proprietor. If the sole proprietor dies, और he becomes insolvent, insolvent means वो bankrupt हो जाता है, या उसकी mental health normal नहीं रहती है, तो who will be affected? His business will be directly affected, and his business can come to an end. So life of a sole proprietorship business always depends upon the life of the sole proprietor. Then unlimited liability. अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी, अगर उसके बिजनेस में बहुत ज़्यादा अगर उसने डेट्स लिए हुए हैं और उसे बहुत ज़्यादा लॉसेस हो जाते हैं, देन हिज पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी विल बी यूज्ड टू रीपे द डेट्स. This is the demerit of the sole proprietorship business. Then limited managerial skill. See here, only one person is there who is managing and controlling the business, and one person cannot be an expert of all the fields. वो हर फील्ड का एक्सपर्ट नहीं हो सकता. वो वो फाइनेंस में, वो प्रोडक्शन में, एडवर्टीजमेंट में, सेल्स में, परचेज में, हर डिपार्टमेंट में वो एक्सपर्ट नहीं हो सकता. ही इफ वन पर्सन इज मैनेजिंग द business, then there is always a limitation in the managerial skills of the sole proprietorship business. In a sole proprietorship firm, all the activities are performed by single individual. So single individual cannot be an expert in all the fields. He may be good. He may be a good salesperson, but not a good manager. It is difficult to find all the skills and expertise in one person. So a sole proprietor generally cannot afford to appoint specialized and expert employees. So as a proprietor is overburdened with too many tasks. जो sole proprietor है, he is always overburdened with too many tasks. He has to perform all the activities or all the functions of his business. He will be the only person who is purchasing. He will be the only person who is selling. He will be the only person who is producing. He will be the only person who is managing the finances of the business. He will be the only person who will be advertising his business, who will be managing the transport of goods of his business. So all the sectors, all the areas of a business, he is managing alone. So there is always a limitation to his managerial skill. He cannot afford to appoint specialized people, expert people, because there is always a lack of funds in the business. His scale of business is small, so he cannot be an expert in all the fields. So there is always a limitation of managerial skills in sole proprietorship business. So sole proprietorship business is always suitable form of business for small scale enterprises. स्मॉल स्केल एंटरप्राइजेस के लिए हमेशा सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फर्म सूटेबल होती है. So the sole proprietorship firm is suitable for enterprises which require personal attention and limited capital. जहाँ personal attention आपको देनी है and limited capital is required, such as local grocery shop, small bakery shops, tailoring shops, health clinic, doctor's clinic, lawyer, offices, etc. These all comes under sole proprietorship business, right? So that's all for today. I hope today's session was clear. Do watch the video and again so that everything, each and every point becomes clear to you. I'll be uploading the notes of NCERT also, so that your concepts become more clear. It is very important to give a reading from your NCERT book. Correct? So do give a reading from your NCERT book and complete this topic, sole proprietorship. There is no need to make the notes of these the sole proprietorship business. I'll be giving you assignment tomorrow. Okay, you need to do the assignment. Don't make the notes right now. Do give a reading from your NCERT book only. That's all for today. Goodbye.